Alright, we are on the play with some Rug Delver. This hand actually is a keep. It's a little iffy, but I'm going to do it. Disrupting Shell makes it certainly a bit easier. Serum Visions is obviously the backbone of this hand. We're going to start with a turn 1 Visions and hope that we hit a land drop. We found the forest. We don't really need the breeding pool. I don't hate the Goyf. I also don't love it. We have a lot of threats in hand. I'm going to bottom both of these, I believe. Worst case scenario, we use Shoal, pitching Delver. Urza's Power Plant. Okay, no turn 1 play. That means Delver's coming down right now. If we had a fetch land, that Goyf would have been pretty great because it could come down on this turn and actually do a non-zero amount of work. A 1-2 Goyf for 2 isn't great. Basic Wastes suggests to me that this is Eldrazi Tron and not Green X, but who knows. Did I say Basic Wastes? I guess it is technically Basic Wastes. That's fine. Not that we can stop it anyways. Oh, and it exiles. Oh, that's annoying. If it sent Delver to the graveyard, we could have had a Mandrills this turn. Thought Scour, 5 cards in the bin, Mandrills. Would have been nice. What do we do here? We can either Thought Scour or hold up Snare. I think we're going to hold up Snare. Just in case they do have some sort of 2-mana play here. It's pretty unlikely that we would Thought Scour into the land that we need for Mandrills. So I think I'd rather hold up the Spell Snare. Well, we found a 3-4 Goyf. Certainly better than the previous Goyf we would have had. Another Mandrill. So we have a lot of threats. I'm pretty sure we just play the Goyf. Generally, you want to play your Goyfs before your Mandrills. Just because if you delve away your graveyard, your Goyf's going to get smaller. So you may as well play that one first. Let's get their graveyard down here. Okay. Looks like they're holding back their Reshaper to block. I like having Mana Leak in hand against an opponent with only 3 lands in play. Specifically ones that don't combine to create 7 mana. It's a nice. They block, sure. They use a fog that... Oh, that's so annoying. Reshaper into Reshaper. If that first Reshaper had actually traded with one of our creatures, I would have been so upset. Here's a Thought Knot that's going to get Mana Leaked. No Cavern of Souls for our opponent just yet. They're keeping their Reshapers back to block. Second Goyf probably gets cast. We're going to keep on swinging. They probably keep blocking, going through their deck. Who knows what big stuff they're going to do once they hit Tron. Ah, that's another tower, okay. I was about to get very worried. Mismatched Tron lands. At least they don't have one of each type. These power plants... No, they are. Okay, so Tron is coming if we don't shoal this map. Therefore, we're going to shoal this map. Making sure not to pitch the Knuckle Blade. If we do that, we just shoot ourselves in the foot. And I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. Exile 1 card, discard another card for basically no effect. Increase the storm count. Putting the map in the bin also grows Tarmogoyf. We're going to swing with both. Should we play a Mandrills? I'm not sure. Things to play around include Oblivion Stone. They have Artifact, Creature, and Instant. So as long as we leave the Sorcery and the land, we're pretty okay. We could delve 4. Yeah, let's play a Mandrills. Delving the 4 instants. The Goyfs stay large. If they have Tron into Oblivion Stone, we're in a bit of a pickle. They could have cast Oblivion Stone last turn, though. 3 mana to cast, 5 to activate. Am I getting that right? I'm going to look it up because I totally forgot how much Oblivion Stone costs. Oblivion Stone. 3 mana to cast, 3 mana to cast. I'm right. I'm just apparently not very confident in my abilities. All is dust. Whoops. At least that puts stuff in the graveyard. That means we can cast Mandrills again. Endbringer, that's a problem. That is a big problem. Okay. Well, it's going to be less of a problem than I thought. Because we now have red mana. Which means we're getting there. Our opponent has a lot of life to chew through on our side. Let's slam a Mandrills, delve 4, leave probably just one of the lands in the graveyard. Okay, we left a creature as well. That should be okay. We have a sorcery to put back in, so I don't mind that. Delving Visions feels low on cost. They have a lot of mana to work with, many cards in hand. I don't know if we're going to be able to burn them out, but we're going to try. Mind Stone, sure, that probably is just going to cantrip here. Ulamog. Okay, now we're in trouble. So we did not kill the opponent before they drew into what they needed. Steam Vents and Island. Let's bolt the face defiantly. Pretty sure we're dead. We'll take 5. What do we got? Mana Leak. Go to end step. They might show us a card. I do believe we're going to concede before the Ulamog trigger, though. We don't really want to show them the top 20 cards of our deck. Eldrazi Temple, Reality Smasher, so we're basically confirmed to be playing against Eldrazi Tron here, which is good. Another Reality Smasher, alright. Sure. Yep. And that's our cue. Alright, so we didn't end up taking that game, which was a little disappointing. It was pretty close in our favor. Let's look at what we're going to bring in. Vapor Snag's great against most of their fatties. EE I'm kind of iffy on. It's good against, artifacts, but not a lot else here. Anger and Pyroclasm look dreadful. Huntmaster's great. Ceremonious Rejection is fantastic. Spell Snare, about as good as the sweepers. They don't run a lot of 2s. Warping Whale is there, but I don't think Warping Whale is all that common. It's probably a 1 or 2 of. So we're bringing in 10 or 11 cards probably. What do we cut? Mandrills is a pretty easy cut here. It gets outclassed by most of their bodies. Goyf is definitely the beater of choice here. Knuckleblade, if we can get him down, can also do work. Spell Snare's not great. Shoal I would like to keep if I can. We're going to cut a number of bolt effects. Let's put the baubles with the cantrips. Come on, Xmage. Don't do this to me. Oh, we need to cut at least 5 more cards. I want all the lands. I want all of these. We could cut 1 more bolt effect without being too sad about it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 15 1 CMC blue spells. I think I could live with cutting 1 at the most. It's probably a Thought Scour. Mana Leak's pretty good here. So is Snapcaster Mage. We could cut another Mandrills, but I don't really like that. Let's throw these in here. 3 more cards have to go. I do have a spreadsheet with some board plans on it, so I'm going to take a look at that to see what I usually cut. I don't remember sideboarding against Eldrazi Tron being this difficult. Usually it does not take me very long. Maybe Shoal comes out. I kind of like Shoal, but maybe I just cut it because we can't really fit it. I could see that. Let's start there while Excel loads. And in that case, I'm probably cutting one more Thought Scour because the blue count is a lot less important. Against Eldrazi Tron, Shoal stays in. 1 Mana Leak, 1 Stubborn Denial, and the Breeding Pool come out. Ooh, look at that. That's fancy. Okay, I'll try that. Shoals in. Denial. Mana Leak. It's Mana Leak for one of the mandrills. Okay. So that's how I usually board, according to Excel. If it can be trusted. We're going to be on the play again. We have 1 fewer land than before. We do have a turn 1 Delver and Ceremonious Rejection, but I don't think this is a keep. It seems like too much of a stretch. That's much safer. We're probably shuffling the deck anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Turn 1 Visions, or we could actually hold up Ceremonious Rejection in case they have turn 1 map. That's a very interesting point. And we have Snapcaster Mage, so you know what? We're going to try that. Expedition map. Let's reject it. I wonder if that's a good play. I really have no idea. I've never held up Ceremonious Rejection on one before. Counter that. We draw the island. Oh, we shuffled the deck. We don't draw the island. Whoops. We're going to Visions. I don't mind hitting the 3rd land here because we do have a Snapcaster Mage. I do think I would prefer having Delver, though, so we're going to bottom the Tarn. Play the Forest. Who knows what you need to dismember? Probably nothing here, but next turn there could be something. We draw Delver, play it, hold up Dismember, and hopefully there's a fatty we can give -5/-5 to. Matter Reshaper certainly is not what I had in mind. If anything, I'd rather Vapor Snag it. Wooded Foothills, not ideal. We did bottom the Tarn. I will accept it, though. We no longer have a Breeding Pool, which is at least somewhat awkward, because that is what I would fetch here. But we'll get the Steam Vents. We definitely want a blue source. Visions. Blood Moon. We have a Traverse. Okay. So we're going to bottom the mountain, leave Blood Moon on top. Next turn, we will Traverse, get an island, and cast Blood Moon. On their end step, we may end up Vapor Snagging something into their hand in an attempt to sort of mana screw them. Mind Stone is going to make that significantly more difficult, but alas. Yep. Second Reshaper, we're probably just going to bounce one. Vapor Snag. Just so we don't fall so far behind on tempo. Let's draw Blood Moon. Nope. Yup. Okay. Notably, once we do this, we won't have Snap Rejection. Definitely relevant. Don't know if it's a reason to not cast the Blood Moon. I think I'm going to cast the Blood Moon. That's good. No need for Delver to die at the hands of a Matter Reshaper. Ghost Quarter's a basic mountain, which makes me pretty happy. Reality Smasher comes down, which makes me rather unhappy. Do we end up jump blocking this Reshaper? If we take 8, we go down to 3. We have to chump block the Reshaper. Wow, is this a bad spot? Oh boy. Well, we drew a rejection. Okay. We're going to dismember the Smasher. Pay 1. Discard rejection. Yes. That. Smasher's gonna go down. And then we're going to need Snapcaster Mage to chump block so that we don't die. That Mind Stone is doing all kinds of work. Yup. Snapcaster Mage. Doesn't really matter what we select because there's nothing we can actually cast. Yup. Trade. And we're out of cards and at 2 life. We're definitely not winning right now. That's for sure. The opponent has an Expedition map, which they can use to tutor out a Wastes, which gives them 2 colorless sources. Well, we have a 4th card type, so we can now Snap Traverse to get a Huntmaster out of the bin. Having a Wastes also means they can probably afford to sack the Mind Stone to draw more cards. Thought-Knot Seer, I guess they just want pressure. That technically could end up 2-for-1ing them. Bauble, we would need... what? I don't even know. We need an instant that isn't Vapor Snag, because that's already in the bin. Let's see what they're going to draw. Eldrazi Temple. Sure. And what are we going to draw? Mountain. Mountain won't do it. That's gonna be the match, which is kind of unfortunate. We were slaughtered. We were most certainly slaughtered there. I don't know if a lot of those plays were right, because, like I said, I've never held up turn 1 Ceremonious Rejection before, and I don't know if I'd rather have Snap Rejection or Blood Moon. It's really all theory crafting there. I think I like the Blood Moon. Maybe we don't go for Blood Moon just because they have Mind Stone. I'm not sure. Hopefully you all enjoyed that video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.